Now in 1997, Borussia Dortmund won the Champions League against Zidane, Deschamps, Vieri and Del Piero's Juventus, with Paul Lambert in midfield. Today we're going to rebuild Borussia Dortmund and see if we can take them back to that glory. What a save that is from Onana. What a ball. Reina pulls it back.
He's there, look.
Hey, I didn't know this. I was already off celebrating. Right, Dad, we're here. Borussia Dortmund, probably a stadium that we would love to go to in real life and go watch a game.
This is my favourite German side.
Yeah, I mean, they were my favourite until I took over Eintracht Frankfurt on my first ever YouTube save. I still have a soft spot for Borussia Dortmund and all of their
We would love to be into the Yellow Wall, wouldn't we?
Oh, absolutely.
One day we'd like to go.
One day we might be there. But before we take a look at this rebuild, about a suggestion maybe? Because I think we're going to do this Patreon poll to determine the team that we do a rebuild on in the future. But maybe, I think, let's leave a suggestion each for the viewers to put down below to add to that poll. So what would your suggestion be?
I fancy a championship side, or a Division 1 side. They all go for Ipswich.
Ipswich, okay. Well, I'm going to pick Schalke then. They've just been relegated into the Bundesliga 2.
You know, that's the local derby for Borussia Dortmund.
It is the rivals. You can see it down there.
That's their biggest game. We all think it's Bayern Munich, but it isn't. It's Schalke.
It's their local rivals.
Yeah.
Right, okay, let's get started with this rebuild then. Right, so transfer window wise, not a lot went out that I've decided, but only one player came in. We didn't get a lot of money, but of course, January, the transfer window, the summer transfer window, they brought in Daniel Malin after losing Jadon Sancho to Manchester United. The only guy I brought in was Andrea Carboni. Centre back, I think that's probably their weakest position right now. There's a couple of players who maybe want to leave or aren't quite good enough for Borussia Dortmund. They've got players going forward that could last a lifetime who are fantastic players. We'll probably speak to them at some point. Not speak to them, but probably speak about them. I mean, they're not here or anything. They're not coming in. There's not enough room. But still, Andrea Carboni, Italian centre-back, looks quite decent for 20 years of age. So with that being the only signing of the summer for us, we've had quite a busy start to the season. We had an 8-2 victory against Würzburger Kickers. We had a 3-2 victory against my team Eintracht Frankfurt in the league. A good start to the league. We lost in the Super Cup to Bayern Munich. That man, Robert Lewandowski, getting a hat-trick.
Played for Dortmund, didn't he?
He did, very, very controversially, moving to Borussia Dortmund.
And my other favourite player scored though, as long as we got him.
Erling Haaland,
as long as we got him firing, that's all I want.
So, so we lost in the Super Cup. Freiburg, a 3-1 victory there. Fantastic start in the league, because then we followed that up with an Erling Haaland hat-trick in a 5-0 win.
That's him going then, isn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, if we take a look at statistics, even before we start the season, he scored 6 goals in 3 games.
I honestly think, at this present moment, in a couple of years' time, he's going to be the best striker in the world.
Oh, easily. I think he's arguably up there already with Lewandowski, to be honest.
Now.
Lewandowski should win the Ballon d'Or, in my opinion, because he should have won it last year. And they obviously didn't do it. But, I mean, this guy will probably be fighting for it in the future. By the way, new skin, FM Renzi, the link down below in the description should you want to download it. Looks fantastic, because we can see player profiles like this just look even better. But by all means, this guy is probably going to be the future of world football.
Future signing for Spurs, I hope.
Yeah, in your dreams. So tactically then, we're going with a narrow diamond. Now, we've seen a narrow diamond in the previous rebuild, and it didn't go to plan. However, I kind of think that Dortmund are more suited to the narrow diamond than maybe what Barcelona was.
But we've got out-and-out striker as well, though. I don't think we did at Barcelona, did we?
That was the trouble, we didn't have enough strikers. We had wingers that can play up front, whereas now we have Erling Haaland. We've got Daniel Malin.
It's worth a go, I think.
Exactly. And I've promoted Youssoufa Moukoko because, again, future-wise, he has an insane potential on this. So he doesn't look fantastic now, but if we give him game time, we don't know what he could be right on the line for us.
Bringing young players through from the academies as well, though, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
When they were in debt going back a few years ago, that's how they built their wealth back up again. They were brought all these players in for the youth academy and then sold them on.
Yeah.
And I think at one stage there, they was in debt with 150 million or something like that. And within 10 years, they were 320 million in profit. And
just from this strategy.
Yeah, doing things like that.
Yeah, I mean, this guy did come through the Dortmund Youth Academy, and he debuted him really young, 15, 16 years of age. So yeah, he's into the team now, and we'll hopefully see him play a few games. The double Mazzala in the middle, because we have players like Jude Bellingham, of course, a fantastic midfielder. Yeah. We need to build the squad and that midfield core around this guy and Erling Haaland up top. So that's the lineup. Let's take a look at our first season. So the end of the first season. 3 points off top, 3 points off Bayern Munich.
That's
there.
right. That's a start.
Yeah, I mean, we're miles ahead of third place.
Yeah.
Cologne is there, and the one thing I like about the Bundesliga is how many like random teams just do really well every now and then. Frankfurt was a prime example last year, and now they're down in 15th, for example. They finished in 5th place last year.
Yeah.
But Erling Haaland scored 75 goals.
What a striker!
That's obscene. His average rating was 8.3.
I think that's the highest we've ever had, isn't it?
It must be close. It's got to be close. So yeah, I mean, other competitions then. We were the winner of the DFB Pokal. That's a very prestigious trophy for Germany. And we beat Dusseldorf 5-0 in the final. So that's back-to-back winners. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. Erling Haaland scored 11 goals in those games. I wonder if we faced Bayern Munich on our route to that final, because that's obviously going to be the interesting part there to see whether we did. And we didn't. We faced Eintracht Frankfurt. Oh, we did. We beat them in the third round.
Yeah.
God, what a horrible draw that is. Yeah. In the third round, 2-1 victory. Then we beat my team 6-1. Eintracht Frankfurt, Leverkusen, another big side, and then that's when we defeated Dusseldorf in the final. But knocked out in the first round by Chelsea in the Champions League.
Right, that's not bad.
So Tuchel, of course, former manager.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Of Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, he come in after Jurgen Klopp, didn't he?
Yeah, and actually he's not even manager here. So he might have been manager at the time, but he's not manager at the minute. But yeah, I mean, he come in after Klopp from Mainz, which I think is where Klopp came from.
He did, yeah.
So yeah, that's...
And the funny thing I read about that was Klopp came to Dortmund thinking he'd come to a bigger club and with more money and that, and they were worse off.
And they were skint.
Because they were in debt.
Yeah. But he didn't have to do bad with them, though, did he?
That's where he bought the youth club. I think his average age for his team at a certain time was like 20.
Yeah.
Because he was bringing all of the youngsters through and all that.
Yeah, and to be honest, they've kept that club vision.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
They play youngsters. I think it's even hard-coded into the game. If we look at the club vision, play attacking football, but develop players using the youth system, sign players under the age of 21 for the first team. Yeah. That's of a third importance that they like there.
I mean, the thing with Dortmund as well, they were the first German side to win a European Cup, which was the Cup Winners' Cup. They beat Liverpool 2-1, I think it was. But they were also the first team to win, as we know it now, the Champions League. Yeah. And that was with Jurgen Klopp. Yeah. Juventus 3-1 they beat. Yeah. They also lost the final. Bayern Munich, didn't they? They did, with Jurgen Klopp obviously as the manager, so unfortunate to be honest. So, squad-wise then, those 75 goals come in just 47 games. The guy's a machine, and 12 assists, 30 goals were scored by Donyell Malen. Imagine scoring 30 goals and yet you're 45 goals off the top scorer of the club. That's ridiculous, because Donyell Malen's no slouch, he's a very good striker on this game. I'll score 2 to you'll win every game, every time, I mean, Erling, he's just a monster. The trouble is now, though, he is wanted by Paris Saint-Germain. Going to be, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, he goes quite early in simulations, very early on in this game, so it's going to be very tricky to keep hold of this young Norwegian. Yeah, we've got to keep hold of him. Well, unfortunately, Dad, as we start the second season, he is a PSG player. Obviously, they lose Mbappe. Every time they lose Mbappe, he leaves on a free transfer. Anyway, didn't he? So their number one target tends to be Erling Haaland. Yeah. And they give us an offer of £128 million. He kicked up such a fuss when I rejected the first one. Had to accept the second one. There's just no point in trying to argue with him. Really, no. With that type of money. It's either that or you lose him on a free for in a couple of years' time. So we have replaced him with a very capable and what I think is a very Borussia Dortmund signing. So we'll take a look at that. Yeah. Going by the name of Karim Adeyemi, a young German player, a young German striker. He can play up front or he can play on the right wing. Now, by all means, he's nowhere near as good as Erling Haaland. However, they do have roughly the same potential. Erling Haaland is a fixed potential of 190. Karim is in the 190 potential range. Don't know where he falls in that range. Obviously, every time you load the game, it's different, but he has the potential to be there as the same type of player. Fingers crossed, and he's going to do it for us. Exactly. We signed him from Red Bull Salzburg. They've got a couple of really good strikers there. £26 million, and he's already hit the ground running with 8 goals in just 7 appearances. And we're 100 million in the Bundesliga. Yeah, because of course these new rebuilds, we do the transfer window because deadline day is so important. I hope you're enjoying deadline day. And this is the Qatar World Cup year, which means we always play more in the earlier part of the season. Now, other signings that we've made, we needed a new goalkeeper. Andre Onana is that man to take us. Fantastic Ajax goalkeeper. Obviously, he come from Barcelona, the academy. For some reason, they let him go. Did you know he's banned for he was banned for 2 years for some kind of drug test or something in Ajax. So he's currently not playing. He can't play until February, I think, this year or 2022. But
obviously we're past that now.
Yeah.
We've signed him. We've managed to pick him up for £38 million. I don't think that's a bad deal whatsoever. He's already conceded 5 goals in 3 games, but let's not panic too much. Other signings. I think this is a very good signing. Angelino. He's a left back, yeah, from Red Bull Leipzig, and there is a reason why we've had to sign this guy. And that is because our left back, Rafael Guerreiro, has gone to Manchester City. It's a shame, but again, he kicked up a bit of a fuss wanting to leave. He's probably a better player than Angelino, but in the long term, I think we'll benefit from it. £53 million was brought in. He was in the last year of his deal or something like that, which means we could not quite get the money that we really probably deserve for him.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned centre-backs probably being a weak spot. Gonzalo Inácio is a fantastic left-footed centre-back that grows into an incredible player. Young, 21 years of age, just like the club vision likes. Portuguese player as well. I think he's great. Let's move on to the next signing.
Yeah.
By the way, £38 million. A centre attacking midfielder who we have loaned back to Las Palmas, Alberto Malario. He has a very good potential on this game, and only being 18, I thought we don't need him yet, but he might benefit us in the future. Obviously, a lot of our players are always wanted. It's just stockpiling these players who are young, who are fantastic to begin with. And that goes with Thiago Almeida, one of my favourite wonder kids probably ever on Football Manager, because he's been really good for a few years now. One of the last years, he's going to be a wonder kid, and he's signed in real life to Atlanta United very recently, but it's not coded into the game yet. So he still managed to take advantage of this from Velez, £5.5 million. He's played 7 games from centre attacking midfield, scored 4 and got 2 assists.
Good, yeah.
So yeah, already he's hit the ground running. Yeah, fantastic player. And finally, Corentin Tolisso. Bayern Munich steal a lot of our players.
Yeah.
So I've got one back. Corentin Tolisso is a very good centre midfielder. You can play DM, you can play everywhere to be honest, but obviously midfield is his natural position. We got him on a free transfer from Bayern Munich. So great signing to begin with. So tactically, we're sticking with this narrow diamond for another season. We've got Moukoko, who I don't think played enough last season for his development. And I think long term he is going to be better than Donio Malin. He only played 13 games last year. 2 starts, 11 off the bench. I've given him starts to begin with at the start of the season, and in 7 games he scored 8 goals. Whoa. If you count that with Karim Adeyemi's goals as well, we're scoring a lot. We're going to take a look at that in a second. We've also got Thiago Almeida in the shadow striker role. Obviously, he's been scoring a lot. Ignacio on that left-hand side centre-back. Onana in the nets. And so far, of course, we've played quite a lot in the Bundesliga. We've lost 2 games already. 1 to Hertha, 2 win. That's a difficult game.
One, that, isn't it?
And Wolfsburg, 3-1 as well.
They're one of those teams that you can't guarantee. They're a good side. Yeah,
not bad. We played Worms in the DFB Pokal first round. Never heard of it. Fantastic little stadium that they got there. Gladbach though, first game of the Bundesliga, bang, 7-3 victory. What a game that is. Yusufa Moukoko, 3 goals.
There we go.
Not bad at all. Bayer Leverkusen was a 2-1 win. Another 7 goal from us. 7-2 win against Freiburg. Hamburg, 4-1 victory against them. And Werder Bremen, a 3-2 victory. Moukoko's name keeps popping up.
Yeah.
So, the end of the 2nd season, and we've dropped down. Yeah, we've dropped down to 3rd place. We are missing Haaland. We're missing Haaland. That's, I mean, it's a world-class player.
Goals win games, didn't he? Goals win games.
World-class player leaving. And Karim Adeyemi has scored 41 and got the highest average rating. He's doing his part. Thiago Almeida with 20 points. How have we done other competitions? Because, of course, we're back-to-back winners of that DFB Pokal. Unfortunately, we were runners-up of the DFB Pokal. It's been a bad season. Knocked out by Bayern as well in the Champions League. So let's take a look at that. Who knocked us? Who beat us? It was Leipzig. So not only did they pinch 2nd spot from us, they also beat us in the final of the DFB Pokal.
It's a bad season for us.
Yeah, it's a season to forget. Let's take a look at the goals though, because Karim Adeyemi got 41 in 48 and Yusufa Moukoko got 37 in 48. So they're scoring a lot of goals.
Still good, isn't it? Any other team, you'd be happy with that.
Absolutely. And 22 goals from Almada, who is playing in that shadow striker role with 20 assists.
So your 3 strikers really that you're looking at was what, 50, 100 goals?
Yeah. Unbelievable amount of goals, to be honest. Now, only the 3 signings on the ins, none on the outs this season. One was a Matheus Cunha loan deal Brazilian. We like our Brazilians. A fantastic player who I think is going to be more of a squad player. I don't think he's good enough to start. He used to play play in this league for Hertha Berlin, so he knows the Bundesliga as well. And I don't think the trip to Atletico Madrid has been very kind to him, only getting about 15 starts.
Yeah, it's not good
since,
yet, no.
So not good at all. But anyway, we are looking at him as a loan deal with a future option to buy should we use him. A free transfer, not a bad one whatsoever. Pablo Maffio is a very good right back who has played in the Bundesliga again for Stuttgart back in the past, so he is very capable, but he's not going to be our #1 right back because I've signed somebody else. Ooh. This is who he has spent money on. Alejandro Francis, 21 years of age, and he looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Really good right back, in my opinion, who can also play centre-back should we wish. A fantastic signing from Villarreal, who only signed him for 9.5 million. We've got him for £45 million because obviously they've used him.
Not a bad price, is it?
Yeah, they've used him and liked him. He's got 1 assist already in 2 games. Good start to the season. Speaking of, we've changed the start of the season, our formation. I think it was needed, to be honest. We need a little bit more width now.
Yeah.
Almada's moving out to that left-hand side. The right-hand side, this is where Karim Adeyemi is going to be perfect for. If we look at quick pick, he is a 4.5-star ability from that right-hand side. The reason why I haven't put him in there, we don't want to tire him out too much. No. But what I want to guarantee is that these two play in these roles. Because if I don't guarantee the striker role, they'll probably put Adeyemi in there, which means Makuka will be left out.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I've done that. Again, the midfield, we've left it because we've got the likes of Bellingham, who's just insane. We've got Giovanni Reina, Emre Can, all of these good players who can interlink and play, but we want to make sure we don't tire them all out. Whereas defence, we've got Francis, who's playing this fullback role on attack. Carboni, the player that we had last year, I don't think he played enough. For his development, we need to give him game time to see if he's good enough. And of course, Inacio at the left side centre-back. And so far, it's been fantastic for us. We've only played 2 games in the league, but 1 in the cup as well. That was a 9-0 victory against quite a small club by the looks of their stadium.
Yeah.
But a Leipzig victory.
Good.
Yeah, of course. They beat us in the cup final. They beat us the second in the league. A 3-1 victory
early on doors as well.
them.
It's good to get a result against them. Show that we're better than this season.
Absolutely. Karim Adeyemi with a brace. Makuku with 1 as well. And then a Hoffenheim victory, 3-2. We didn't leave it late or anything. It was a comfortable win. But obviously, on the grand scheme of things, the 3-2 doesn't look that comfortable.
It's an away win, though. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let's see how we do in this 3rd season. And the end of this 3rd season sees us lift the Bundesliga. It has been an age since a team that's not called Bayern Munich has won that Bundesliga, and it's finally in our hands again. So let's take a look at it. Absolutely. So let's take a look at their last 5 games then, because they did lose the last game of the season against Cologne, who finished in 3rd place. Yeah. If they won that, they beat us because they have a better goal difference. Now, I'm not sure whether the Bundesliga is done on that. Let's take a look. And if we take a look at the league sorting rules, it is done by goal difference. So they would have beat us if it wasn't for Cologne defeating them. I bet anyone,
our fans at the ground were going absolutely mental. They wouldn't have known straight away, really. So you're like, are we we're champions.
We did our job. We defeated Wolfsburg 5-0 in the final game of the season.
Yeah.
So, fantastic win.
I bet it was jumping now.
Absolutely. I mean, that is the first time that a team not called Bayern Munich has won it since the 2011-12 season.
Blimey.
Over 10 years of Munich dominance. But of course, there is other competitions. We're in the Champions League. The DFB Pokal, we were winners of that recently. What have we done there? Well, a quarter-final defeat to that new rival RB Leipzig. Of course, they got a lot of money. They got some fantastic youngsters as well.
They are a good German side. I do like watching them play.
Yeah. And again, Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals. I mean, let's see who they've won it this year. They won it. So although they lost the Bundesliga, they beat Liverpool in the final to win the Bundesliga.
Do you know that Dortmund, they actually sing the same song as Liverpool?
Yeah, I'm very aware of that, and it didn't annoy me when I found out. Yeah. Unfortunate. Now, goals-wise, Yusufa Makuku, we're giving him that starting role up front. 36 goals was scored from him. Second goal scorer was Jude Bellingham. Yeah. Karim Adeyemi only got 11 goals this season, but what he did get was 23 assists. He got the most assists. Jude Bellingham, by the way, has just turned into a monster. He just looks fantastic. A model citizen. He's 20 years of age now. That's probably the best 20-year-old you're going to see on this game.
I think it will be.
Yeah, I mean, 109 million to 121 million pound value. Nobody's in for him yet. It's going to be difficult to keep hold of him, but we've got to make sure we do, because he is the future if we want to go places in Europe, for example. and get past Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
So on the outs, we actually sold Daniel Malin to RB Leipzig. He wanted more game time. They were the ones that came in with the money, unfortunately. So we sold to our rivals. Akanji as well, centre-back, leaving for £30 million. Not bad when we haven't really been using him. He wasn't gifted a place last time. But we have replaced him with a centre-back because Ibanez comes in. Brazilian centre-back. He is phenomenal on this game from Roma. Jose Mourinho's Roma, of course. £17 million we've spent. It's a lot of money, but in 3 games he's put in a 7.37 average rating. It's
good.
So yeah, fantastic stuff from him already. Other signings that we have made, Patrick Schick. He scored a few goals in the Euros, if you remember rightly.
Yeah, he did.
He scored from the halfway line.
Yeah, what a goal that was.
Against Scotland. Fantastic striker.
Even better because it was against Scotland.
Yeah. He was happy, to be fair, to be a squad player. So, fair enough. Andy Pelmard is a centre-back, French centre-back. There's like a bit of weird connection with French centre-backs in German clubs.
Yeah.
There's a few of them at Leipzig. There's a few of them at Dortmund as well. We've brought him in mainly as a backup, I think. £15 million from Nice. He's been doing really well. Curtis Jones, Liverpool youngster. Fantastic player. A very technical player that I think if he went to Dortmund would just fit in.
Yeah.
You see, he's a player like Jude Bellingham, really technically gifted. I think he'll be fantastic for us. Just £11 million spent. Alex Centelles, a backup left back. But if he did play, really good. To be honest, Spanish, £25 million. We've got Angelino and Alex, who are both Spanish left backs. I suppose they're going to get on really well. And a youngster, Pedro de la Vega, who I picked up for a very cheap cost, which we've seen there, £2.5 million around about that. Almeida's pretty much playing on that left-hand side, but we need a bit of a backup there as well. He's sound. He's really good player there. 23 years of age. Doesn't develop incredibly well, but still, he's there. £127 million spent this season. Our highest so far, I think. And tactically, now that we have really good backups on that left-hand side, I don't need to sign Almeida in there. And of course, Adeyemi, same on the right. Onana and Makuku is the only ones who I need to play every single game to guarantee they're playing in that position.
Yeah.
And what a start to the season we have had.
I like the look of that.
Yes. Even the friendly wins, a 4-2 win over Inter, 2-0 win over Arsenal. But then the Super Cup, we played Leipzig, we beat them. First round, 5-0 in the DFB Pokal, a 5-2 victory against Bochum, 1-0 against Union Berlin. It's not a lot. Jude Bellingham winner there. By Leverkusen, Yusufa Makuku and Corentin Tolisso makes it a very comfortable, which doesn't look like it was comfortable even though we scored in the second minute, a 3-0 victory against Leverkusen. Champions League, it's quite an interesting one here. We have Red Bull Salzburg, of course. We signed Adeyemi from them recently.
Rangers.
Athletic Bilbao and Rangers. Yeah, interesting stuff.
Stevie Gerrard's just left them.
He's just left, unfortunately. And the end of the fourth season sees us retain.
Get in. And we've done it good as well.
Yes, 96 points, only playing 34 games. And I think there's a reason why we've managed to do that, because we've gone unbeaten.
Get in.
0 games lost.
That's the first time we've done that.
I think that is. I think you're right. That's a rebuild record.
Yeah.
What a season that is. Only conceded 18 goals. And scored 101.
What a team we've got.
We scored 10 goals against Hamburg and Bochum in one season. Just demolished them in 2 games. But yeah, what a run. I mean, the end of the season there, even though we've won the league ages ago, we beat Hamburg 9-2. 9-2. We only drew 3 games. One against Gladbach, Hoffenheim,
imagine what that
Freiburg.
yellow wall was bouncing like.
Yeah.
And you know, we talk about that ground as well. It holds 83,000.
Yeah.
And 81,000 tickets get sold every home game.
Yeah.
So they
as
sell
an average.
98% of their tickets at every home game.
As an average.
Yeah, as an average.
Unbelievable. I mean, Germany football is kind of the best supported in my opinion because of the way that they allow their fans to do the songs, and they have the people that megaphone to start chants and stuff.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, the ultras. It's not like thugs or anything. It's very well put together. It's fantastic to watch. Great atmosphere every single time. Watching the Bundesliga when it was like COVID without the fans was horrendous.
I couldn't watch it.
No, it was so annoying because you watch the Bundesliga for the atmosphere.
Didn't seem right, did it?
No, it's fantastic football, great atmosphere. So, I mean, let's take a look at team statistics. We scored the most goals, we kept the most clean sheets, we had the fewest conceded, we are an unbeaten team, an invincible team. What a season we have had. There is other competitions though.
We've done the big double.
Have we done the big double?
Or even the treble.
Well, competitions-wise, we've won the DFB Pokal, so we've done a domestic double, but we've been knocked out by PSG.
He better not have scored against us.
Erling Haaland, let's take a look.
He better not have scored against us.
Now, in the first away leg, he beat us 2-1 with a 62nd minute goal, but then we lost 3-0 at home. He didn't score in that one, thankfully, but still, we got absolutely destroyed.
I mean, 2-1 there, not bad, but you'd expect to win it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, isn't it? So, a bit let down there, to be honest. So, goals-wise, Yusuf Moukoko scored 38 and 49. Jude Bellingham, again, is our second top scorer. He just keeps doing it. He's playing that Mazzala in attack, which just gives him the freedom, the Kevin De Bruyne role. And what a better player than Kevin De Bruyne, other than Jude Bellingham, to be honest. 2 insane players, 13 assists as well. Karim Adeyemi got 19 goals and 12 assists, not bad for your third scorer. And even Giovanni Reina, who's a substitute to start off with, really, 11 goals and 8 assists across the season with a very high average rating. This team, I'm loving this team right now. We've got one season to make a big difference. Let's see what we can do in the transfer window. So, the final season, we signed Marcos Paulo, Brazilian, again. I think it was at the point where I was just like, did we sign a Brazilian? I just think I just need to sign one just in case we haven't signed one. Marcos Paulo comes in as a backup, to be honest. He can play in a number of different positions. Fantastic signing from Atletico Madrid. He wasn't the only one we signed from Atletico Madrid because we got Saul in. £33 million, he's transfer listed. I know he's 30. Kind of goes against what Dortmund's vision
Sometimes you need a bit of experience with them as well, just to bring the young players on.
And he's a phenomenal player, to be honest. So a bit of legs in the midfield, I think will definitely work out. He's been playing quite a lot. £33 million though that we spent, 7.93 average rating. He scored 3 in 3 games so far, and considering he's a defensive midfielder, it's not bad at all, is it? So well done for Saul for doing that for us. So, on the outs, we only had Curtis Jones going for £6 million. That was just to balance the books because we were slightly over the wage budget. Tactics-wise, this is what we're looking at. We're still the same. Francis playing in that attacking fullback role. He is insane now. Probably one of the best right-backs that we've got on the game. Onana in the net, Moukoko up top. Now, okay, so this is our final season. Schedule-wise, we have started the season great again. We have lost to Bayern Munich, our rivals in the Super Cup. Our arch rivals.
Do you know, going back to when Dortmund were in debt, like I was saying earlier, they got invested into the stock markets and they went into real bad debt just after that. Okay, and they actually nearly folded as a team.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
When the time came, it was literally like within days, I think it was, that they were going to fold. Bayern Munich came in and gave Dortmund a loan.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they saved them as a football team, to save them. I mean, you know, what teams in the English league would do that? I don't think they would they?
No. And they've paid them off ever since by giving them really cheap transfers of their best players.
But that's what about we spoke about the German league before, haven't we? And we said that how close knit the teams are over there, and they help each other.
They'd rather keep the best players in the league rather than sell them for more money. Yeah, I mean,
so that's off to them really.
And they look after their fans, because I remember the Bayern Munich president come out and saying, I could charge thousands of pounds for season tickets, but we keep them at €200 so that it's more affordable for the fans.
And why is there 81,000 at every home game?
Exactly.
There you go.
An 8-2 victory in the Cup in the first round. 3-0 against Leipzig. 2-0 against Gladbach. And a 3-1 in the league. That's where Saul managed to get 2 there.
I'll take that.
Look at this for a friendly, though. 8-1 victory against Liverpool. Hey. Yeah. Is Klopp still there? Yeah, let's have a look. He isn't. It's Pep Guardiola again.
Cool.
It keeps doing that. It's so weird.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Big win over Liverpool. So the final season, we've bagged it by a point. Ooh, it's a very close season, very close indeed.
I'll take that.
Let's take a quick look at it, because 84 points. We both won the last 5 games of the season. They were just banking on us losing a game there, to be honest, and we didn't. We went and won every single game, so that's great. Who did they play in their last 5? Yeah, so they beat Freiburg 8-1. They're thinking they're on a roll there, and we've managed to do it. But of course, there's still one trophy that we have yet to win. That is the Champions League. And that is to be played now.
Chelsea.
Against Chelsea. We are the winners of the DFB Pokal as well.
So we've done the double.
We've done the double. It's time
we need it for the treble against Chelsea.
Interestingly, their manager is Zinedine Zidane. It's not Thomas Tuchel. We've seen him leave already. Against Zidane's Chelsea. Let's see how we do.
That's an interesting manager, isn't it?
Yeah. So, the starting lineup for Chelsea looks like this. They've got people like Milenkovic in, Zaniolo, Lukaku still up top as well. Kante still in there. But the Dortmund team, this is what we are looking like. We've got Reina on the left, Moukoko, Adeyemi, Malario, Bellingham, Saul. We've got our usual backline other than our right back. We're missing our main man at right back. But unfortunately, he's injured. Mafia will have to do. And we're underway. Well,
come on.
Champions League final for the treble. Bayern Munich, like we've mentioned, have done this before.
Yeah.
As well as Barcelona. Can we do the treble as well? I mean, this is a kick-off highlight. We're passing it around lovely. Malario down the left. Reina. Back to Angelino. Get a cross in. There it is. Bellingham.
Oh!
He's in the ball. Oh! Running. 2 big chances early on.
Bellingham up there. Get in there.
Right, corner ball for Chelsea. They have yet to have a shot. Oh, that's their first shot. It's a close one as well. Yeah. Header at the back post. That's their first shot, as you can see by the statistics there on the left. We've been dominating this game. Another corner though, straight away. Milankovic. It's a great save. What a save that is from Onana. An unbelievable save. We've not got anybody on the post.
Another corner again.
It's another corner. Just ride this wave. Ride this wave. Get it out. There we go.
Oh, go on.
Can he run it? I don't think he will. It's one of those Football Manager highlights which ends as soon as...
Oh, come on, ref.
Dirty. Mason Mount. Send him off.
Yeah.
Get him off. Yellow card. Right, half-time, 0-0. This is tense. We have been dominating the game, but we just can't really get a chance away, to be honest. They've had 2 massive chances there from the corner. What a save by Andre Onana, keeping us in this.
Yeah.
Okay, throw in down their left-hand side. Azpilicueta's quite out of position to be taking this. And he's very old as well. I can't believe he's still playing 5 years later. Angelino.
Carry it.
What a run. What a run. You got Kante running after you though. That's the problem. Even 5 years in the future,
how's he taking that
for?
Oh, what a ball that was.
Spaniard to Spaniard. There's Moukoko. Saul.
Get in!
Saul scores.
What a goal that was.
Saul scores.
What a run down the wing that was.
We mentioned bringing him in and he scored a few at the start. That is a very important goal from Saul. Lovely little touch in the inside.
Yeah.
Finds Moukoko.
Just laid him off. Look.
Yeah.
Beauty.
First time. Right in the far corner. Corner ball. Can we double our advantage here? Ignacio can't get his head to it, but I think we're still going to get it.
Yeah,
Malario still going to get it.
Don't be silly. That's it.
Angelino really started off that last attack. Good ball. It's a goal. I think it might be off. It's going to VAR. Let me. We're going to find out. We're going to find out anytime soon. VAR is checking the goal. It's disallowed. I thought he was. It was lovely, intricate play.
It's close.
It was a lovely ball from Bellingham. Right, I was just about to make a substitute, but 65th minute, we have another highlight. Ignacio with the ball. Angelino. Reina back to him. Playing lovely, I mean, the triangles. Look at this. It's lovely play. Chelsea just happy to sit back, though. That's the trouble. Saul. Back to Ignacio.
Yeah, that's ideal, this is.
Just keeping possession.
The little triangles
They're not causing us any problem when we've got the ball. Here we go. There we go. There's Jude Bellingham. Dangerous. What a ball that is.
What a ball.
Reina pulls it back.
He's there, look.
Hey! I didn't miss! I was already off celebrating.
Did you miss that?
I was already off celebrating. Right, I'm making 3 subs, and I'm not being funny, but Adeyemi's gone. He's off.
Get him.
You can't miss them.
My wife would have scored that goal.
Yeah. Emre Can coming in midfield, Marcus Paulo on the right. Come on, boys. We've got 20 minutes to go. 1-0 up. Let's keep this win. The good thing is, second half, we've had a lot of the ball.
Yeah.
It does look like the only chances they've been creating is those corners. There's
what a ball that is.
What a ball.
Oh, he's at the post again.
The post as well. Right, this is dangerous. A free kick from Chelsea. They've brought on a few fresh legs as well. There's the big man Lukaku. Zaniolo's
where did he come from? Where did he come from?
Split the defence open. That's unfortunate. That was a really
massive
unfortunate.
Gap, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come on, let's close them down. Close them down.
We're pressing very high at the pitch. It's good, but it's also dangerous at the same time when they've got players like Pulisic. Headed out by Ignacio. Mafio keeps it going.
Let's keep it.
Jude, there we go. Little back heel.
I like it.
Into the box. Yeah, we've kept the ball. We're fine. Almeida.
No.
Ibanez.
We've got to win it back.
This is so choppy. Don't bring him down. Whatever you do not bring him down. There's a ball. Zaniolo back post, and he scored as well. 20th goal of the season. He's got a very quick fire brace. That has put us in trouble now. So we can't make any other subs, so we're going to have to kind of settle with what we've got on the pitch now. I'm going to move the wing-backs, the full-backs, 2 wing-backs on attack. We've got Almeida on attack, Marcus Paulo on attack. We're moving Bellingham into the hole in behind the goalkeeper and try and see... behind the goalkeeper, in behind Moukoko, and push our midfield up forward. We've been dominating the game. They've just caught us twice. Havertz has played him in. Zaniolo, and he scored a third.
Game over.
He scored a hat-trick. Absolutely gutted. Marcus Paulo picks it up. Keep it alive. There's a ball. What a ball that is. Almeida.
Oh, no one in there.
James clears it. Full time, it's 3-1. Unfortunately, we could not end. I mean, that's 2 Champions League finals we've had in rebuilds, and it's ended in poor fashion both times for us. But overall, Dad, is that a successful rebuild? Despite how it's ended, ignore the fact that we're obviously had a bad ending. Do you think that's a successful rebuild?
Well, we've done the double. We've won the league was it twice? 3 times?
3 times, I think.
And we've done the cup with the cup. We've done the double there. We nearly won the treble. So you've got to take it as a success.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I mean it's heart wrenching any cup final, but a Champions League.
You know, I would settle for the Champions League rather than their own cup.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's the big W one, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I am disappointed.
Considering we lost Haaland after the first season as well.
Yes, then you've got to look at it then.
An unbeaten season.
Really.
Unbeaten season, invincible season, not bad whatsoever.
So,
viewers, let us know down in the comments whether you think that is a big success. I definitely think so, and of course,
any Dortmund fans out there, let us know what you think.
Ipswich, Schalke, let us know down in the comments. Do you go in the Patreon polls when there's any other recommendations you have? Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a like if you can, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.